Hello beautiful, welcome to High Vibe Honey for the week of August the 6th, 2018. You will be delighted to know that I have sourced some Perrier. It's lemon, not lime, but maybe lemon is the new lime. Maybe this is just the new. So I have some cards for us. They're pretty fucking good, if I do say so myself. Let's start off with the Oracle card. I bought a new deck of cards the other day at House of Intuition, which is an amazing establishment in Los Angeles. And this is from the Iris deck. I love this artwork. And do you know what is hilarious? Is the fact that I pulled the card that the graphic from the cover is of, and it is the card of Rainbow Transference. That's what it says, and that's what it is. So let's talk about rainbow transference, because I looked at this and I thought, I don't really know what that means. It sounds awesome, but I don't really know what it means. And there's a guidebook, thankfully. And basically what it says is that the rainbow transference card is about realizing that this isn't about living your life by yourself. It's not about suffering alone. It's not about being tormented and not reaching out to other people. Rainbow transference card says that one of our gifts is that we're here on this planet with other people, and that one of the most beautiful things we can do is share what we've learned with people, share our gifts, and really be in communion with other people. And I was talking to a friend of mine the other night who was like just feeling kind of lonely and weird, and I was too. And the thing is that when we are able to talk to each other about how we're feeling and then leave the house to go see somebody else, those feelings clear up. We're not supposed to be by ourselves all the time. And as much as it's great to be by yourself so that you can learn who you are, meditate, get comfortable with your own thoughts, really cement your own foundation and your own personality and discover who you are. All of those things are amazing. And of course, obviously being a creative person as well, solitary solo time is so important. But we're not designed to be by ourselves all the time. And if you are by yourself all the time, you're gonna start to feel a little bit loopy. You need to have other people in your life. And so this card to me just encourages us to remember that no man or woman is an island, and that we do need to reach out to the people around us in order to come to the full expansion of who we can be, to reach our greatest potential. We need to reach out to other people, share with them, talk to them, collaborate with them, create with them, fall in love with them, create families with them. Whatever it is that's really inspiring to you that involves other people is what we should be doing with our time. And so I really want to remind you that if you're feeling lonely or alone, that's okay to feel that way, but reach out to people and don't suffer alone. I think it's really important that we remember that we don't have to do it all by ourselves, and that our friends do love us, they do care for us, and they do want to make sure that we feel good. So don't hang yourself out to dry, I suppose, is what I'm saying to you for this week. Make sure that you remind yourself that your community exists, that it's there. Tap them, that's why they're there. And don't be shy about asking for help. Let's look at these cards. So this week I used the Holly Simple Tarot deck. I love the artwork. It's so zany. It's just zany. And it's really cute. And so let's look at these cards. I pulled three. The first card is the Mother of Wands, also known as the Queen of Wands. She's like a strange creature. She's got a thing on her head, wand, I guess, on her head. She's just gallivanting along. The Queen of Wands is either you, or the deck is asking you to inhabit the qualities of the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is fucking zesty. She's vivacious. She knows what she wants. She is ready to go out there and get it. She has life force. She has charisma. She walks in the room and everybody notices her. That is the Queen of Wands. She is a fucking bad bitch. And if that is not how you feel right now, this is who you need to channel in the week ahead. This card says, you know what you want. You probably remember, if you've been watching for a few weeks, we had weeks of indecision. What do I want to do? How is this going to work? I'm not sure, blah, blah, blah. Lots of questions. the last couple of weeks we've started to cement those ideas, and it was about beginning a project. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this. How do I do it? Let me make a plan. Let me get it together. Queen of Wands says, you know what you want. This is the time to go after it. Do not make apologies. Do not play small. Do not shrink yourself to make other people feel comfortable. This is the time to turn it the fuck up. Turn it up to 11, my friends. Turn it up to 11. This card says to be bold, to be confident, to own your power, and to enjoy the inspiration that's running through you, the creative surges, the ideas, all of the things that are making you feel good. Take those feelings and capitalize on them. One of my favorite ever quotes is from Allen Ginsberg, and he said, if the muse comes to your bedside, don't tell her you'll fuck her later. And that is what I want you to think about this week with this card. I want you to remember that if there's something you want, then you need to go after it with passion, determination, and focus. So all of the manifestation stuff that I've been talking about since, I guess, December of last year is really about not just feeling good, but having mental discipline and learning to train your mind to focus on things that feel good. And if they don't feel good, to either change the subject or come up with things about that thing that are good so that you can feel good again and get the momentum moving. So I really want you to make this a practice this week where you really do hone in on what it is that you want. You put your attention on things that make you feel good, and you back the fuck away from things that do not make you feel good. There is no point in lingering there, and I know that I say this every week, but it is especially true with this card, and the other two cards that come up just reinforce it even harder. Think about what you want. Don't be ashamed of it. Own it, and then go after what you want, because you are entitled to have whatever the fuck you like. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to work hard to get it. You can have it just because you want it. So, go get your life this week. Straight up. Now, this is compounded by our next card, which is the Emperor. The Emperor is the daddy of tarot. He is strong, he is firm, he is determined. He doesn't let anything get in his way when he knows what he wants. And baby, he always knows what he wants. The Emperor card is like my father in an illustration. My father always knows what he wants, always has a plan, is always thinking 10 steps ahead, knows how to get what he wants, and he will not rest until it comes to fruition, and he will do whatever it takes to get there. It is one of his most beautiful qualities, is his stubborn determination. It's a beautiful thing. And the Emperor, I mean, if you put that with this is wild, because the Emperor is like, you know what you want, you can go and get it. And what the Emperor really emphasizes is have a plan and follow, like, know what the rules are, know what the structures need to be. So if you're applying for something, if there's something that requires some kind of paperwork or there's some kind of infrastructure that you have to deal with, know what it is before you walk into the situation. So really the Emperor says, be prepared. But it also says, be confident and don't let anyone see you doubt or have weakness or sweat in the details. Make sure that you are presenting like you know what's up, and there's no question in your mind that you're gonna get what you want. And with this attitude, I promise you that you will get exactly what you want. But you need to be, again, super fucking focused. Super focused. Discipline your mind. Watch my Wonderland sessions if you don't know how to do this. It is a skill. Meditate every day. It's my first tip. Meditate every day. If you can meditate twice a day, holy shit, home run. You'll be amazed at how quickly things in your life happen, how quickly you can manifest change. It will be truly transformative, but you need to discipline your mind, which means you need to learn how to think thoughts that support you and buoy you rather than thoughts that weaken you, diminish you, or make you doubt yourself. Because the things that come up in our minds are usually just things that we've been telling ourselves for a long time. They're these old tired stories. And here's the crazy plot twist. We don't have to keep telling ourselves these stories. If you want to tell yourself a new story, God bless, go do that shit. I tell myself new stories about things all the time. You do not have to be held back by your history, your past, the things that you've experienced. It's all bullshit. If you want something, tell yourself a new story. Tell yourself a story of power and passion and excitement and enthusiasm and getting what you want. Tell yourself that you are someone who gets what you want. I tell myself that all the time, and you know what? I get what I want. So, there you go. In fact, I think today or this week or something is Madonna's birthday. One of my favorite quotes from Madonna is, "A lot of people are afraid to say what they want. That's why they don't get what they want." And here is another good one because she is a Leo fucking queen. She said, "I'm tough, I'm ambitious, and I know exactly what I want. If that makes me a bitch, okay." Yes! Yes. Fuck yes. I love Madonna. She is fucking awesome. And let's use her as our inspiration this week. She is very Queen of Wands. She is very Emperor. She is unapologetic. She has her empire. She knows what she wants. She goes for it. And let's harness that energy. It's Leo season. Let's turn our fucking radiance up. Let's turn it up because it's time. And if the world can't deal with it, then the world can't deal with it and we'll just be sad for them. And it's not our problem. Now, our third card is the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, honey, the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune tells us that change is not just on its way, it's inevitable. It's coming. This is like a new world order. Everything is about to be different in huge ways. So you best be prepared. You best get ready. And the thing about the Wheel of Fortune, it says it's like a super lucky time. You might be witnessing miracles. All kinds of amazing things might be happening. And I have to say, in my own life, the synchronicities and the things that are lining up are really blowing my mind. And it's really beautiful. But the Wheel of Fortune tells us that the most important thing is that we have faith in the universe and that we trust that it has our back. So while you are running around, making things happen, focusing your mind, thinking about what it is that you want, and really being unashamed and unabashed when it comes to what you want, this card reminds us that it's not just about what we're doing in the earthly plane, and it's not just about getting our hands dirty, although of course there is definitely an element of that. This card tells us the universe has us, it's protecting us, and it's all okay. That change is coming and that it's going to be a beautiful thing. The other thing about the Wheel of Fortune is that it reminds us that sometimes when things don't go the way that we like them, it is just a reminder that contrast helps us figure out what we want. Think about all the relationships you've had that were painful, unhappy, ugly, difficult, uncommunicative, whatever. When you are in those relationships, you might feel like shit. You might be suffering. You might be unhappy. You might be upset. But the point of being in those relationships is to figure out what it is that you really want. It's about selective sifting. You're honing what you want. So every time that you experience something that you don't like or that is not to your ideal specifications, it's giving you the opportunity to get clarity around what it is that you really do want. And that is such a beautiful thing. So be thankful for the contrast. So this card says change is coming. Change is coming. And I have to tell you, I know that change is coming. And additionally, I just want to say something about this last week that we have had. It's been a doozy. It's been amazing at times. It's been painful at times. And pretty much everyone that I'm speaking to that's in my life is experiencing some intense anxiety, some intense uncertainty. There's a lot of feeling of oh my God, what's next? I don't even know. And there's been a lot of churn. We had eclipses, it's Mercury and Mars retrograde. You know, it's a wild time. So if you are also feeling shaken up, you are not alone. You're not alone. We are all feeling that way. And if you're not feeling a little bit shaken up, I would actually go so far as to say, are you really conscious of your own life? Are you really paying attention? Because if you're paying attention to your life, you know that the ground is a little shaky. There's some shit going on right now. And so with this shaky ground situation, with this knowing that change is coming, it is more important than ever that we focus our minds on what we want, not on what we don't want. One of my favorite sayings is that worry is a prayer for what we don't want. And I have had so many experiences and times in my life when I put my attention on what I didn't want to happen, and guess what happened? Exactly that thing. Our minds are so powerful. Even Drake says the power of the mind is not a joke, and that boy can manifest some shit. So, take it from me, Drake, Madonna, who else have I quoted? Allen Ginsberg. We're all in the same boat here. So, I want you to really hone your power this week. Focus on what you want. Discipline your mind. Stop going down the trail of thoughts that make you feel bad about yourself. It is not helping you, I promise. And you know that it's not helping you. So let's change the tune. Let's do something different. So I really want you to focus on what you want and be determined. Be so bold about it. Say what you want. Declare it to the universe. Don't be shy. Don't be whatever about it. Really stand in it and claim it. Apathy is the least sexy thing on the planet. Stand in it and know what you want, and don't be fucking shy. Who wants that? No one has time for that. Own your shit. Own your power. Let's fucking go. Leo season. Woo! Okay. So let's do some tapping. I'm gonna have to move my camera again because this light just keeps creeping around. So I'm gonna move my camera. You're slowly getting a 180-degree pan of my space that I'm staying in. Okay, so to me, it seems really clear that what we need to tap on is this turning up our power, not being ashamed of wanting what we want, going after the things that excite us and turn us on, and really not apologizing for wanting the things that we want. So let's get into it. I would like for you to grab your fluid of choice, preferably water. Somebody asked me if this is carbonated. Yes, it is. Yum. So good. So I want you to drink some water and get ready, and then we're just gonna tap through this shit like professionals. Okay, we're gonna start on the karate chop point right here. Whew. Oh, I want to yawn already. Oh my god. Okay. Even though I have some shame about wanting what I want, I deeply and completely love and accept and forgive myself. Even though sometimes I feel bad for wanting what I want, I accept myself as I am. And even though sometimes I'm afraid to turn up my light because I'm worried about how people might respond, how people might react, or what the neighbors will think, I forgive myself for playing small. I think we should just get into it. Drink some more water while I do my stretches. Holy shit. Okay, starting on the top of the head, my friends. Even though I have some shame around wanting what I want, And sometimes I wonder if I'm really allowed to have what I want. Sometimes I'm worried about what will happen if I get what I want. Will I be too much for people? Will people find me overbearing? Will it just be too much to handle? Will I become unbearable to myself if I get what I want? Maybe I shouldn't want what I want. Maybe it would make me an unbearable tyrant. Maybe I should just keep playing small. Maybe I should keep apologizing for my desires. Maybe I should keep thinking about other people and their reactions. Maybe I should prioritize their feelings over mine. I'm not going to do that. Nope. In fact, I'm going to say, fuck that. Fuck that to the idea of playing small. Fuck that to worrying about what other people think. Fuck that about turning down my light. I want what I want. God damn it, I want what I want. And what I want isn't malicious. What I want isn't bad or evil. What I want is actually for the greater good. What I want will actually add to the world. And so it is okay for me to have what I want. In fact, it's better than okay. It is fucking glorious for me to want what I want. And it is delicious when I get what I want. And it is thrilling when I enjoy the process of getting there. It feels so good to get there. It feels so good to be in this satisfying unraveling. I love the satisfying unraveling. And I know what I want. And I don't care what other people think. I don't care what other people think about it. I fucking own what I want. It is okay for me to want abundance. It is okay for me to want love. It is okay for me to want a beautiful home. It is okay to want to travel, to have my own business, to inspire others, and to make my life my art. I want to make my life my greatest masterpiece. And it's okay for me to want that. So when my fears come up this week, when I'm tempted to turn it down or tone it down, I am going to turn it the fuck up. I am going to turn up my radiance. I am going to be supersonic this week. It's going to feel so good to step into my power. And I know that everything that I want is coming to me. And so it is. Okay, deep breath in. Deep breath out. You killed that! You killed that, kitten. I'm proud of you. These cards are super amazing. So let's do a little recap. Okay, let's go to the Oracle card again. Rainbow Transference. I want you to remind yourself that you are not an island. You do not have to do it alone. Lean on your friends, lean on your family, lean on your peers. Reach out to people and just Be available. Like, just open yourself up this week. I think you will be really amazed and pleasantly surprised by what comes back to you. Queen of Wands says, you're fiery, you're determined, you're bold, and you know what you want. And if you're not feeling that way, then you need to start channeling it ASAP-a-rooney. The Emperor says, you know what you want, you are determined as fuck. Go after what you want, have a plan, be confident, and do not let anyone see you sweat. And the Wheel of Fortune says, change is coming, baby. And it's up to you as to how you handle it. Make sure you are focusing on what you want, not on what you don't want, and you'll be a happy camper. So to cap this off, I would love for you to do a little bit of homework other than the tapping. And by the way, you can come back to this tapping every day this week if you want to rewatch it and tap along. You are more than welcome to do it. I'd be thrilled if you did. But what I'd like for you to do is underneath this video in the comment section, I would love for you to tell us about one thing that you are excited and determined about and that you want to bring to fruition. I want you to phrase it in the past tense as if it's already happened. So like, I'm so happy to be living in my beautiful home in California. Done and dusted. And then I want you to come back and I want you to comment on somebody else's vision and I want you to upride them. I want you to let them feel seen and heard, and I want you to let them know that you see their vision just like they do. I want you to say like, you're awesome, good job, fuck yes, I see this, you're killing it, or whatever it is that you want to say that's encouraging, motivational, and awesome. This is one of the fastest ways to manifest things. So in my magical morning routine, this is what we do. We talk about what we want as if it has already happened in the past tense. So it's a really powerful way of making things happen in your own life and just busting through the resistance that you may already be feeling. And then uprighting someone else and sharing their vision with them is just fucking good karma. And good things come to people who are generous, who are kind, who are loving to others. So the more kind, generous, and loving you can be to other people this week, the more rewards you will reap. I'm telling you, it works every single time. Okay, that's it. I love you. Let's have an amazing week. I mean, the cards tell us it's gonna be a banger, so let's get it fucking popping. I love you. Have a beautiful week. Mwah! 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 It's probably a little bit too much, but it's Leo season, so it's never too much.